Hey guys, so today I'm reviewing the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation that claims to have the lasting power of a primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation. It comes with a pump, which is awesome. Don't understand why all foundations do not come with a pump. I feel like it looks lighter on my hand than it does on the bottle itself, so I would pick up a shade darker than what it seems like on the bottle. Then I'm just using my Real Technique stippling brush and I'm stippling it on and then blending it out. It does feel a little bit like a primer going on. Mainly, I would say it kind of reminds me of a Revlon Color Stay whipped foundation consistency. It's a very creamy, thicker consistency, but it's not as dewy. It looks a little bit dewy applied, but once it's set on your skin, it dries matte. So it definitely is shine free. And I feel like it also does get a little bit darker once it's been on your skin for a little bit, and I think you'll notice that once I go on and add a little bit more on. But here you can see with just one layer, it does give a really nice, perfect coverage. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It feels nice and light, and you can kind of feel it sinking in your skin the more it dries. And here I'm adding a little bit more on the areas that tend to be red as well as on my blemishes. And it definitely is a buildable coverage. I mean, one layer alone is full coverage, but if you do need to add anywhere, like in my red areas, you know, the second layer for sure does cover it. And you can see here when I'm adding a little bit more that it looks a bit lighter. So it goes on a bit lighter and then dries tiny bit darker, but I would still go a shade darker than what it seems like on the bottle. It doesn't dry that much darker. And then I'm also applying it on under my eyes because it's supposed to conceal like a concealer. So I am seeing here how well it covers my dark circles, and it does a really, really good job. I could absolutely use this as my under eye concealer. The only reason I wouldn't is because I would want a lighter concealer underneath, not the same color as my foundation, just to make sure that I can highlight those areas. But here, comparing to the other eye that does not have the concealer in it, you can see it perfectly covers the dark circles. It does brighten the eye area in that sense, of course. So you can absolutely use this as a concealer as well. And then I'm just feeling it doesn't feel sticky. It feels really nice and smooth. It locks in your skin. Doesn't feel as heavy and waxy as Revlon Color Stay, but it definitely gives the same kind of full coverage, just with a lighter touch. So this is something I could definitely wear on the summer night out, and you could feel like it would really not let any oiliness through. So I think it would be amazing for oily skin. Not that it wouldn't work on dry skin, but again, if you have very dry skin, let me know if this works for you. And then I'm just powdering it. You don't need to, especially if you have normal or dry skin, but you know, it never hurts to powder it. Still doesn't look cakey, as you can tell. So again, I would give A+ to this foundation. Another great foundation, does what it promises and looks amazing. Hopefully this review was helpful for you guys, and stay beautiful, my dolls.